what has happened prior doesn't mean that it's going to happen again this year. But if I give you the facts, now, for the record, we were just going over it during the break, the future bets that I had. Jets over, Jets AFC Championship, Jets division.
Yeah.
Because of Rodgers. Like, it's not my fault that Aaron Rodgers got hurt 4 plays in. He got hurt. That's the reality. You came in here the next day like a lunatic unhinged because you couldn't accept that this just happened. Your heart was ripped out in the worst way possible.
I wouldn't accept the quit. That was the whole genocide. I would not accept tapping out.
But dude, think about if I were to tell you, we led up to it in the summer. Like,
I was at the Hall of Fame game.
I still can't even believe that it happened.
I know.
This was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers. Imagine. Like, I'd be even more ticked off if I were a Jet fan now because seeing that defense coming together thinking, God, if we had Rodgers, we legitimately could be the best team in the league right now.
Well, let's get to this. Maybe they will. Maybe they will have Rodgers. I got to tell you, there's no way that he fully ruptured his Achilles. I said this yesterday. I can't prove that. I don't have the MRI. I texted somebody in the building. It's still a little bit unclear, so this is just me. There is no way, in my opinion, that he fully ruptured his Achilles because there's no chance physically that he would be able to walk around without the aid of crutches, without a boot, let alone catch and throw a ball 12, 15 yards. I know nobody's chasing him. I know it's not a 3 or a 5 or a 7-step drop. I get that. I know he's not flush from the pocket. But to merely be standing roughly a month or so after one of the more invasive physical procedures that an athlete can have is absolutely astounding. He's playing this year.
Oh, God.
He's coming back.
Oh, okay. Now, for the record, I want to see Aaron Rodgers play. Like, I'd love to see it. It'd be the greatest storyline in sports, right, if Rodgers comes back at some point. Realistically, so Cam Akers had this same surgery, right? And he had that, like, new age surgery, the procedure, whatever.
Yes.
And it took him 5.5 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was 5.5 or 6, yep.
All right, so let's say Rodgers miraculously, because of who he is, because he listens to Dolphins having sex, because maybe it wasn't a full rupture or whatever, let's say he shaves off 1.5 months. Is that fair?
Well, no, only because think about what Cam Akers had to do, what he was required to physically do upon coming back, stopping, cutting, jumping, getting back to a 4.4 speed.
Well, but he wasn't good when he came back anyway.
But he was still. But his baseline numbers were still his baseline numbers.
How much could he shave off of that 5.5 months? I gave you a month, a month and a half. You're going to say 2 months?
I mean, Sal, look, I don't know. I'm not trying to be evasive. I honestly don't know. But let me flip it back this way.
But realistically.
So what's today's date? I tell you, I never know what date it is anymore. All right, today's the 17th, right? So go back to the 15th, which is when they played that game. October 15th, he was throwing the ball, somewhat stress-free, but throwing the ball.
All right.
Let's fast forward to November 15th. Let's attack it this way.
All right.
What do you think he looks like?
Okay.
Is he slightly rolling out, jogging?
The injury happened on September 11th. September to October, October to November, that would be 2 months.
Yep.
Even if you say 3 months, best case scenario, that would be mid-December, which is, I guess that's their best case scenario. They think 3 months. You're shaving 2.5 months off of that. At his age, and it's not just going to be standing on the sideline throwing. You're going to have to drop back.
I get it.
You're going to have to hand a ball, drop back, hand a ball off. You're going to have to escape pass rushing.
Get the occasional first down when there's a little somewhere to go. No, I get it. It seems crazy. But so does throwing a football 4.5 months after surgery with no crutches.
He's not running at all, right?
Yeah, but no. Well, on the treadmill. I was told he's on the treadmill. Walking on the treadmill.
So is he walking right now without crutches?
Yes,
regularly? Okay.
100%.
Right. So we saw him.
He's on the treadmill and in the pool every day. That's what I was told.
I mean, still, don't you think 3 months would be? And for the record, by that time, the Jets will be buried anyway in 3 months.
All right, okay. So there's two aspects to this, to me. Number one, how realistic is it for him to actually come back and take a snap? That's one part.
So you think he's coming back? When do you think he's coming back?
I was told that he's targeting December 24 Commanders. That's the date that he's circled in his mind.
So that would be it would be a hell of a Christmas present.
Yeah.
That would be